Democratic People's Republic of Korea at the Hall of Women in Pyongyang on the 24th, on the occasion of the 73rd anniversary of the victory in the Great Fatherland Liberation War. Present at the meeting were Sun Hyang-sun, chairwoman of the Central Committee of the Socialist Women's Union of Korea, officials of the union, and women's union members in the city of Pyongyang. A speech was made by hero of the DPRK, Ho Ryong, lecturer of the Victorious Fatherland Liberation War Museum, who repaired the U.S. strategic reconnaissance plane that had flown into the sky over the economic water zone on the East Sea of Korea. He stressed that the young Korean People's Army could defeat the U.S. imperialists, who had boasted of being the strongest in the world during the Fatherland Liberation War, and he strengthened and developed into elite ranks, while recording only the history of victory in the confrontation with the imperialists and the United States, which had lasted decade after decade and century after century, because it has been led by the great, brilliant courageous and fearlessly great men. Then there were other speeches. School children met with a war veteran on the occasion of the Victory Day. The meeting was held at the Mangyongdae School Children's Palace in Pyongyang on the 24th, on the occasion of the 73rd anniversary of the victory in the Fatherland Liberation War. School children warmly welcomed the war veteran Che Song-sun, presenting her with bouquets. At the meeting, the war veteran requested the new generations to dynamically carry on the history of victory up to Korea, keeping in their hearts the shouts of faith of the brave soldiers that echoed on the burning hearts. Speakers made a firm resolution to reliably defend the beloved country with the arms of revolution by firmly carrying forward the baton of loyalty and patriotism handed over by the victorious wartime generation. Present at the meeting were Baek Eun-chul, chairman of the Central Committee of the Socialist Patriotic Youth League, officials of the Youth League, and school children in the city. The performance, Soul of War Victory, Pledge of Inheritance, was given by the art squad of the Central Committee of the Socialist Patriotic Youth League at the Central Youth Hall in Pyongyang on the 24th, on the occasion of the 73rd anniversary of the victory in the Fatherland Liberation War. It was appreciated by Chu Chang-il, Secretary of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea, Baek Eun-chul, Chairman of the Central Committee of the Socialist Patriotic Youth League, officials of the Youth League, and youth and students in the city. Put on the stage were colorful items. The performers eulogized the immortal achievements of the great leader Kim Il-sung, who led the Fatherland Liberation War to victory with its outstanding military ideas and unusual leadership, and thus gave the people the dignity and pride of victors, which will be carried forward generation after generation. The National Scientific Successes Exhibition of University Students 2026 opened at the Scientific Complex. It was attended by Chu Chang-il, Secretary of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea, officials concerned, officials of the Youth League, and university students. Baek Eun-chul, Chairman of the Central Committee of the Socialist Patriotic Youth League, made an opening address. At the opening ceremony, the participants looked around the venue of the exhibition. Presented to the exhibition were hundreds of scientific successes made in different fields of the national economy. The National Juvenile Taekwondo Championship took place in the city of Daegu, South Hwanghae Province, from the 15th to the 23rd. It brought together more than 400 players, students, selected from the Gyeongaksan Taekwondo team, the Taekwondo schools under the provincial Taekwondo teams, the Korea University of Physical Education, and the Nampo University of Physical Education. The players competed in pattern, sparring, croquet, and other games. The Taekwondo school under the Gangwon Provincial Taekwondo team came first in total, the Taekwondo school under the Pyongyang Municipal Taekwondo team second, and the Taekwondo school under the South Hwanghae Provincial Taekwondo team third, the championship. Cups, medals, and diplomas were awarded to the excellent organizations and players. Officials and workers of the Educational Kids Printing Factory and the Mindile Notebook Factory are putting primary efforts into ensuring good quality of products. The printing workshop of the Educational Kids Printing Factory has upgraded parts of the printers to thoroughly ensure the quality of all textbooks produced. The bookbinding workshop is fully ensuring the operating rate of machines. Other workshops of the factory have actively introduced advanced working methods to steadily expand the productivity. Positive efforts are made at the Mindile Notebook Factory to solve the technical problems arising in capturing the quality of notebooks all the more, and all its employees are taking an active part in the work. In addition, the factory is dynamically developing new products so as to produce a lot of functional notebooks of tens of kinds. The Korean Central News Agency released a commentary under the title, Revision of Nuclear Policy of Japan is precisely nuclear weaponization of all criminal states as regards the ever more undisguised ambition of the present rulers of Japan for possession of nukes. The commentary said, on the 17th, the Defense Minister of Japan advocates the need to change its nuclear policy, saying it is difficult for Japan to discuss that Japan has to mention nukes, concerning that France expressed a will to increase the number of nuclear warheads, and the Finnish Parliament passed a revised bill making it possible to import nuclear weapons into its territory in case of emergency. The defense minister, generalizing the security policy of the archipelago, did not hesitate to talk about the revision of nuclear policy, which is not an improper remark given to media or big talk from a kind of blind bearing. Some time ago, the chief executive of Japan said at the House of Councillors that the revision of the three principles of no nukes should be discussed according to the revision of the three documents related to security, including the state's strategy of security. The same straight talk of the Japanese rulers openly revealed their attempt to officially decide their long-cherished ambition for nuclear weaponization as an important state policy, without staying in theory alone. Japan's revision of nuclear policy precisely means nuclear weaponization of the war criminal state. The whole world should give a strong judgment to the wicked attempts of the neo-militarism seeking to bring nuclear calamity to mankind with a revanchist ambition, while pretending to be miserable as the only country in the world which was damaged by a bomb on the surface. Those who forget their past will repeat the past. Japan rushing to neo-militarism will inevitably bring upon herself such results as digging her own grave, the commentary stressed. And that's the end of the news. This is DPRK, the voice of Korea. Now here's female quintet. We like your embrace best. enjoy the soft, warm feeling. Hardship is also that is on the road we follow him with reverence. All our hearts are filled with longing. Oh, the longing is the pledge of faith to believe and follow all the Master DXing.
Commemorating the violent family. Destination.